This episode is supported by Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Summer mocktail smoothies just hit the pool deck at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Try the Island Punch Smoothie, Mango Berry Cosmo Smoothie, or Watermelon Mojito Smoothie. Order in the app, online, or in cafe. You're on Tropic Time now.
And now, live from Pod Cabin in Burbank, California, it's the Alison Rosen is Your New Best Friend show. Tonight, Alison welcomes her guest. She's a writer and producer and the person who kept Nora Smith from claiming Nora Smith's Emmy. It's Nora Smith. And she's a writer and producer who is just like spaghetti in that she likes to connect two mouths to each other. It's Wendy Molyneux. Chef Jeff is here to take the national temperature with some polls and a giant anal thermometer. I'm her husband Daniel saying hop on board the Love Bus and say hello to your best friend, Alison Rosen.
Hello, my little Debbie strawberry shortcake rolls. It's me, Alison. Welcome to another exciting episode of Alison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. That particular carbohydrate was sent in on Patreon. By Jennifer J. And I hope I'm not insulting anyone, but via my kids, I have tasted some little Debbie things, and I always think, this looks so delicious and decadent. I am going to just melt in a puddle of happiness when I take a bite, and then I take a bite, and I'm like, this is not as good as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to have to get everyone's opinion on that. But anyway, I'm on Patreon, all sorts of fun stuff, friend zones. That's my bonus Patreon podcast. Just put one up with Jenna Kim Jones and more. And then there's a level where you can text me and I'll text you back. It's just a fun time. Patreon.com/Alison Rosen. Do an annual subscription, get 2 months free. Okay, I would like to say hello and welcome back to my guest, Wendy Molyneux.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Nora Smith, hello.
Hello.
Jeff Fox, hello.
Hi, Alison. Big energy again.
Boy, this Alani has fucked me up. Oh, my God. I drank an energy drink. I don't know where you guys come down on energy drinks. I don't drink them that often, but I was very tired, so I drank an Alani. I don't know, it's one of these newfangled ones.
Oh.
And I felt like I had taken drugs. Like, not in a good way. It was, like, too much.
Shoot,
I think it's good. I would like an energy drink that just has caffeine in it. But this had other stuff in it. Taurine, I think.
You have to be careful. Like that one at Panera they were selling.
Oh,
two
yes.
people died from having a lemonade.
I know.
I
think
watch
it's
it
more
these
than
days.
two even.
Panera?
Or I just saw different people reposting the same story. But in my mind, it was, what was it called? It
Charged
was like,
lemonade.
Yeah.
Imagine you go to Panera and you're like, I'm just going to get a sandwich I don't even like that much. Oh, I think I'll have a lemonade. Now I'm dead and I'm a ghost.
I know.
So
What a
that's
way to
weird-
go.
What a weird day you had.
Yeah.
You know?
Weird for your family, too. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't
have
even
you
know
seen
she
Daniel?
liked Panera. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you went to Sparrow and you got the little penne and then they were like, oh, there was a bunch of cocaine in it.
Yeah.
And you're like, now I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like, why was it in there? Doesn't make any sense.
I know.
But it
how-
happens.
It happens. It does.
How much caffeine could have been in that lemonade?
Is there an
To kill
amount
people.
of caffeine that kills someone?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's
Google
the
how
amount
much.
that's in the Panera charged lemonade, apparently.
Well,
it was
just-
a lot. It was like a crazy
I just
amount.
Googled the other day how much caffeine I could have in a day because I do love to get really caffeinated.
Try an Alani. Your head will blow off.
Okay.
The other day, on the weekends, I will read to my older daughter during the younger daughter's nap, and I can't stay awake.
Yeah.
And if I could find an energy drink that would not kill me, I would love that because it's like it's really painful to want to go to sleep and your child's like hitting you and won't let you go to sleep.
Where do you come down on coffee?
I used to not drink it at all, but now for some reason I do drink it a lot with like an amount of Splenda that I think is harming me.
Oh,
Like, I
you're
feel
talking
like-
to the right person.
Oh, yeah.
I am 95% artificial sweetener.
Yeah, I used to be
Splenda and Trivia.
when I was like going through my pregnancy years. I was like, I can't do Splenda, I'll do honey. And then I was like, why? I'm consuming like a half bottle of honey a day. So I was
Straight
like,
from the bear.
straight from that bear guzzling. And so I was like, I'll switch back to Splenda. And now like I'll be like, why do I feel so weird and full of Splenda? And it's like I'm just eating. I'm eating like packets. Like in my
What
mouth.
is
Wait, are you really?
Splenda's base content?
Something
is it
bad.
stevia?
Sucralose.
Oh, sucralose. Is that the same as?
No, aspartame is the one that people
Okay.
are like
Aspartame's bad.
questioning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sucralose, I'm sure there's are studies
They'll find
that,
out bad
yes.
stuff at some
But
point.
Truvia is the one that has stevia. Yeah.
Which is supposedly good for you, but it tastes like dirt, kind of.
Well, Truvia.
Or it's great.
I
Sponsor.
find Truvia tastes pretty good because that
Okay.
also has erythritol, which is another.
Oh, that's the one that'll kill you.
Oh, what?
You're not supposed to have that.
Wait, what?
Literally, they found it accidentally. They were testing people's blood who had like heart attacks or strokes. And the one thing they found was an extremely high percentage of people had erythritol in their system when they had a cardiac event. No joke.
Oh no!
Look it up.
I
This
just
is like
walked
a
right
real-
into this. When, how
This is
recent-
like a
saved
real
Alison.
study. It's not like, oh, I read this on a
Yeah.
fringe website. It wasn't in the box at the bottom of the webpage when you scroll down. It was
Right.
like a mainstream site wite where I sent it to my friend who has a heart issue because I
Wow.
was like, hey, just so you know, erythritol real bad. Don't
How
have it.
Erythritol.
How recently
Erythritol.
was this?
This
study?
year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least I used to be crazy, like the amounts.
Yeah.
Like when I lived in New York, I would tear through a box of Splenda so fast that I would like put all the empties in the Splenda box and then put it in the bottom of my trash and then take the trash out because I didn't want my landlord to see me.
You thought your landlord would be worried about your Splenda use?
Yes. Here's the weird thing. It's insane.
I get it. I get it.
I don't.
It's
what?
embarrassing.
Why
It
would
was-
they?
It's shameful.
Now that
and
it
it's
almost
awful.
it almost seems
What
like
is?
I've
it
been embarrassed
almost-
of my Splenda use.
it almost seemed like I was running a cafe or something. Like no human being. Now that you mention it, it's weird. But also there were empty. You know how there's that like giant bag of Splenda? It's like not Splenda in the raw, but
I mean,
it's-
like when you're cooking with Splenda?
yes,
yeah.
Splenda measure.
Yeah.
So I would take that and I would. This is, anytime I talk about any sort of disordered eating, I have listeners who are like, and I'm out. So cover your ears for just a second. Take it and then I'll give it a couple spritzes of I can't believe it's not butter, and it would become this like almost like marshmallow consistency. Not bad, but it's meant
Just on
for
its
like
own.
yeah. It's I mean a pillowcase of it is meant for 6,000 cookies, and I would
Right.
tear through it in like 2 days or something.
Yeah.
So I had to hide all the evidence. You're right. I don't think they would have cared. And in fact, one year.
Wouldn't it be perceived as virtuous in our diet culture society that you were just having Splenda?
I feel like it would be perceived as questionable because how is she going through this much that fast?
I don't
I
think
realized
anyone
that
would ever think that.
They
Alison.
gave me a Splenda cookbook that year, so they knew.
Splenda gave it to you?
No.
Oh.
Your
Oh my
landlords?
God! I wish. Yeah, that was like it was either a birthday gift or a Christmas gift or something, which
They
was very
saw.
thoughtful.
Yeah.
Yeah, they knew.
I've had moments in the office where I'm like, I hope someone doesn't look over and see me put 3 Splendas in this. Because also it feels, to me, it feels a little
So,
like
why would anyone?
you
care
need
about
your
it?
drink to be too sweet.
Well,
for
that's
for a grown up woman.
Yeah, it's
you
the
know?
embarrassment of I like this extremely sweet.
Yeah, I'm not like an adult who can drink black coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a child who needs a lot of milk.
This
and,
is. I have
and Splenda.
never contemplated someone worrying about
Neurotic?
someone else's Splenda. No, I have plenty of neuroses. We've talked about. I'm basically just a neurosis, but. Yeah, I think people perceive it as I think it's the opposite, where it's like it's all diet culture. So if you're using a fake sweetener, everyone would be like, "That's so virtuous."
I don't think so, because I feel like everyone's anti-artificial sweetener because of
It's toxic.
yeah. So it's like I think what's virtuous is agave.
Yeah, agave.
Honey.
Oh,
But agave and honey are just sugars.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
the
anyone
sugars.
cares what anyone
think
else.
that's what it is.
Well, people do care because there's so much shaming, but I think no one should
Andrew
care. and
Huberman
so
would
that's-
never.
Who's Andrew Huberman?
Oh.
That guy was fucking everyone?
Yes, that
oh,
guy.
yeah, that guy. Well,
Who's
who
that?
is he to fucking judge? What a fucking
He-
piece of shit.
He is.
A
He has a
podcaster
podcast
that's
called,
very popular.
Yes, it's a very popular. It's like
He's judging people that.
no,
eat
I don't
Splenda?
know. I'm just
Oh.
guessing. He's like a
A
biohacker.
wellness. He's a wellness
Yeah.
guy. Also,
Oh, yeah.
everybody lives basically between 60 and 80 years. Like, all these people are like, now I know how to live forever. You don't.
Good luck.
Also, like, who weighs a lot in comparison to what? The Earth? The Earth is very heavy. We all are extremely light. Everyone's really light. The heaviest person on Earth is actually really light in comparison to, like, actually heavy things like a big tree.
Right.
Like, I'm just so tired of it. I'm just so...
Yeah.
everybody's fine. Like, it's just
I know.
nobody, like, so many. Remember that Jim Fixx running guy? He was like the healthiest person in the world.
No, I
Then
don't
when
know
he
him.
was like 52 or 54, he had a heart attack because his family had a history of heart problems. He was
What
like
was
the
his
healthiest man
erythritol
alive. No, there wasn't erythritol then, I don't think.
Okay, good.
But like, it's so, you guys should just do whatever you want and never let anyone make you feel weird about it ever again, guys.
Will
I
you
know that
say
doesn't
that to
help.
us every morning?
I know that
No,
doesn't
it does.
help because
From
I used to be this. This used to bother me too. I don't know how I got out of it, but I wish you guys.
What's
I wish
going
for you
in
the
your-
same journey.
What's going in your coffee?
Half enough.
A little bit of
But are you doing any
Baileys.
sweetener or any sugar?
I don't. I will say I do not. I love things
See?
like chips and pizza and stuff
Uh-huh.
like that, but I don't. I
You
don't
don't like
have a
sweets.
sweetness thing. I like it sometimes. I like key lime pie. Like there's some things that are so tempting to me, but it's not because I'm virtuous. I'm fat. It's like I just don't care anymore.
Right.
I don't care anymore. I'm like almost 50. Like what's going to
I
happen
hear-
to me? Nothing.
Everything you're saying.
And yet.
But Nora, did you
I
hear what I
know,
heard?
I
Which
know.
is she doesn't need her
I
coffee
hear-
sweet.
I hear.
Well, she's so mature.
I
But
know.
there's nothing
I
wrong
wish...
with sweet coffee. What would be wrong with having a sweet coffee? You're only on Earth for so short a time. Enjoy your fucking coffee.
I know.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
it.
I do.
I know.
No one's looking. I promise that no one's looking.
That's
I
probably true.
promise.
Everyone's
mean,
just
even
thinking
if
about
they
what's
are.
going in their own coffee.
Even if they are, we should just.
Yeah.
I
And
mean, there's
also-
a long list of things that I should like. For instance, we sometimes go to the bathroom in the same
We
toilet
do.
at the same time.
We just went recently at the same time. It was very memorable for me.
But,
I was
the
hoping this would
building.
come up actually.
And I don't know if I told you this when it was happening, but I have this thing where I go into the toilet and I'm a squatter because I don't want to deal with the paper. The toilet seat will be up. I will squat, and when I'm done, I will put the toilet seat down because I'm like, that's what people do in the in the women's bathroom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why am I doing this? It's like I walk out in my head and someone looks in and sees the toilet seat up and it's like, what was she doing? You know? I'm
Right.
like, why do I
I have a
this?
series of questions. It's mostly two. So wait, this is a bathroom in your workplace.
Yes, it is a multiple stall bathroom.
But it has lids because I feel like usually public
no, she's
restroom-
talking about the seat.
The
She's saying she
toilet seat.
squats.
when they
Oh.
clean
She
it,
squats.
I see.
you go in after. They
Yes.
always clean it right when everybody has to pee, and you go in after, and then it's the toilet seats are all up.
Got it.
And I
So
love
you-
that time because
to
I'm
me,
like,
I
that seat
love
is
it.
perfectly clean. I'm sitting on it.
Oh my gosh, that's a good. That's a great
I'm
point.
gonna
I never thought
befoul
about.
it.
If we trust them.
Perfectly clean.
If we trust them, they seem
Oh,
to
I
hate
sit
us a
on
little
dirty toilet seats. I sit
I
on
do
all
too.
toilet seats. I do not like to squat. The pee goes down your leg. Then
It's
it's a
bit.
whole
You just got to
uncomfortable.
practice for
situation.
41 years. And then
Oh no, I love to sit on the toilet.
So that's my second question is
Yeah.
you're squatting at your workplace bathroom.
Yeah.
Because I'm like Wendy. I'll
Yeah.
stick my butt anywhere.
Right.
But
I clean the seat if I'm in a public
Yes.
place and there's pee on it.
Ugh.
I clean it,
Yeah.
but then I'm like, what else can
But
I do?
recently
I'm sitting
I-
on that pee.
we were driving down to Orange County and I could not make it the whole way. So we stopped at like an AM PM or something in the middle of I don't know where.
Yeah.
And that bathroom was so irredeemable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then
that
you
I
just
had to
hold it.
I had to squat.
You had to squat.
I did,
Yeah.
and I was proud of
Yes,
myself.
there's
and I was
times.
afraid to put my purse down because it was just so gross. So I had my purse. It was like I was doing a squat with weights,
Yeah.
and I managed, and I didn't fall or anything. It was challenging.
victory.
Yeah.
I will in like a porta potty. Don't get me
Right.
wrong.
Oh,
The
yeah.
porta potty.
Porta
I'm
potties.
squatting. Also, I'm like trying very hard not to throw up.
Porta
Yeah.
potties are rough.
You can see a lot in there.
Yes.
The,
I
the
shouldn't
poop
look,
that's
but I
sitting
do.
right on the top. Yeah,
Mhm.
The
And it's
little
always
slimy poop.
yeah. Ugh. So wait, but so you squat at your workplace bathroom?
I squat.
Every bathroom is not your own.
Yeah. The
Do you
one
squat
I
at
don't
home?
squat on is home, and it's
Filthy.
always covered with pee. Always covered with pee. Sorry. You probably aren't that surprised to hear that John, it's insane.
It's John doing
insane.
this.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the children.
I assumed it was the
No,
children.
they don't really use our bathroom that much. We have like a bathroom.
John
in
is
our-
still peeing on the toilet.
In his defense, I guess he's a long way up. It's a long journey down.
He's a tall guy, so
He's
it's
very
like there's a lot
tall.
of range
Yeah.
there by the time it hits the
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah, but still, if I was walking around like stomping on like snails all the time, I'd realize it eventually. You know, that's a long way from my head down to my feet.
It's true.
Oh, I know.
Arguably longer than the
From
tip of
John's
his
Yeah.
head to
penis.
wiener.
Yeah.
I've gotten to the point where
I feel
I'm
like
just
John's
like,
going to
I'm
be
gonna
mad at
have
me for not taking his
John's
side.
pee. He's not going to listen to this, I don't think.
Okay.
But I always have a little bit of his
Well,
pee
now
on my
I'm
butt.
angry.
Yeah. But it's fine. You live and learn. That's the one seat I sit on. Just gotta wipe it down.
Here are the things I know about John, because a picture of him that's different than the one I had before, a little bit, is emerging. Okay. Prior to now.
Just from this?
From this and from the episode before. Okay.
No.
So,
Okay.
prior to now, tall John, a very tall, friendly guy who knows everyone. I remember,
true. Yeah.
I remember being in the Burbank airport with the Adam Carolla show. We were flying somewhere, and he walked by, and he knew all of them.
Yeah.
And I think I said to him, I think maybe I was introduced to him, and I said, "We have a mutual friend, Wendy Molyneux," and he's like, "Oh yeah, Wendy's great." So that, and I know Jeff is good friends with him. Okay, and I know he has 2 Johns, 1 van. No, 2 rights don't make a John.
Don't make a right.
Which I've been lobbying to be on that podcast.
Yeah.
It records in the fart van, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. I need to talk to John
I'll do
Daly.
it again, too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you already did it?
Yeah, he doesn't have a ton
feel
of
like
say.
they-
He doesn't have a ton of say.
Oh, it's John Daly. I need to...
Maybe.
Because he said, let's make it happen in an Instagram comment, and then crickets. So
Yeah.
I feel like John Daly is trying to destroy my career. And I don't know why.
He might be the one, but also I'll talk to John again about it.
I mean...
Let's
Wait,
get
so
it
why
done.
do you
I'll
have a
live.
different picture of John now? From
Oh,
2
yeah.
podcasts.
And also,
was
I'm
trying to talk
concerned I
about
gotta do some damage
No.
control.
So then earlier, excuse me, I'm lying, and it is making me cough. No,
Yeah.
I'm not. Earlier we were talking about
Road rage?
about games and things like
sorry.
that. And what did you say? Did you say rubbish?
I said road rage.
Oh yeah, road rage.
really
Oh,
road
I forgot about that. No, and Wendy was saying that she thinks John is kind of like her in that very honest in real life, but in games likes to be like
He's good
competitive.
You like
yeah.
to win.
Yeah.
So then I was like, aha, okay. Oh, and honest to a fault. So I'm like,
Yes.
So that I noted that in my John composite. And then road rage,
Yeah.
noted.
Yeah.
But I feel like a little bit people who are very calm and controlled in real life. Now, I don't know if he is or not. Sometimes it leaks out on the road.
Yeah.
But then now, peeing all over the seat, who is this guy? Who is John Schrader?
It's not every time, but it is maybe once every 2 days that I'll sit on pee. I feel like, I don't know. He's an enigma. He's a complicated man. He is a very kind, loyal guy who is like just a people lover. We're actually opposite like that, where I'm like, I want to stay home, and he just loves he just is interested in people.
Is he an
think of him-
extrovert?
He's an extrovert.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I think of him as like a modern day Tom Sawyer.
Oh.
Like he enjoys pranks.
Mm.
He enjoys
Does
he's
enjoy
the life of the
pranks.
party. He's just a whimsical,
Painting fences?
fun-loving, like tricking someone into painting the fence or whatever.
Sure.
But he does pee on the seat sometimes.
Okay.
You gotta take the whole package.
Right.
We've discussed it. I'm not saying I'm like a timid wife who's like, I don't know how to bring this up, but it may just be a battle that I lose.
It's not a shocking behavior to me to find out he pees on the seat a
Right.
little bit. Like, it's not like he's like,
You will love that we're talking about this so much.
well, no, I'm saying like if you told me something really surprising, it's like it's not like he's like, oh, I'm so fastidious,
Right.
So I'm not.
Right.
I only say that John, Nora, and I, like the level at which all of us at Bob's Burgers know each other is a family level
Yes.
almost, because we've all worked there since 2010
We're children.
just all day long together in the same room frequently. So
Yeah.
it is like, it's like the level at which you know people gets pretty high, I feel like. So I'm like,
Yeah.
that scans. It's
Right.
not like he's like, I don't know, so fastidious. He's clean, right? Like a relatively
clean
neat
guy.
person. Like
Yeah.
your house is clean and stuff like that. But like, yeah.
Yeah. No,
Not
our house is not
shocked.
clean, but that's mostly my fault. He's cleaner than me. I'm the slob person that doesn't really care.
That's me. No, I do care. I just can't get it under control.
Oh, I care
can't-
too much. I care too
Really?
much. Oh,
I just
yeah.
don't you feel like you have so much shit to do?
Yeah.
To me, it's like this is at the very bottom of my list. I have to do all this work. I have to spend time,
And also it just
spend time with the kids. Like,
gets dirty again or messy so fast.
It does, but I do like my house. Like,
like it
I
early.
would love, my fantasy would be I would have 5 days where no one would talk to me and I have no responsibilities, and I would declutter from top to bottom my entire house now, because when we moved in and we had like nothing, because we had come from a much smaller house into a bigger house. We have 4 kids, so we needed a bigger space, and there was nothing in the house yet. I was like, this is my dream.
Yeah.
It's like I want to live in a clean room, like that clean room at JPL where they have to do the stuff to go to space. That's my fantasy. I want to live in there and have like one chair. I love having nothing. It's great. Not nothing, but just I love a decluttered.
Love a flat surface with nothing on it. I never see one in my house, but I like that. That brings me peace.
Yeah. I mean, you have like an adult. Wendy, you have an adult house. Like,
So
you
do
walk
you.
in your house. No.
Yeah, you do. Are you kidding me?
We are like, it looks like 2 like college kids that like they're like
It
gave
looks
us
like
a little
a
money
nice,
and they're like,
fancy
figure it
house.
out. I mean, it's not like you guys have like cool, clear tastes. Like, I love that one wall where you like the whole wall.
See, that's what
has
I like
stuff
to
on
do.
it.
I like doing house stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like, I like to, if you were like, Wendy, come over, you have a month and do put stuff in my house. I'd be like, that's my fantasy. Thank you. I will do that. Like, so that's why I think it's like, I tell Jeff sometimes, like, he'll put stuff and I like literally will be like, I worked really hard to figure out where everything was going to go, and I designed this on purpose. So when you just put stuff wherever, I really tried to make it nice. Like, I'm so pathetic. I'm like such a
Like,
loser.
he'll just set something, or he'll put something on a wall.
He just sets things around in a way where I'm like, that's not where that goes. So I'm horrible to live with.
What kind of things? Like a banana or like a piece of art?
I'm like, let's take the kids' art and let's put it somewhere on purpose.
I
and
see.
he'll just like start stacking it on the mantle, and I'm like, what about how I arranged the mantle perfectly?
Right.
Why is
Everything
there other
is-
stuff up there
Your
now?
house is well arranged.
Thank you. This is my
it really
fantasy
looks
compliment.
good,
That's
yeah.
my fantasy compliment. I did it during the pandemic, because we moved in during the pandemic, and no one was around, and so I didn't have to make any decisions very fast, which is something I'm not good at. And so over the course of a full year, I'm also like to get things for cheap.
Yeah.
I would like go on Etsy and go on this and that, and then get everything ready, and then like make Jeff hang it all up for me.
Yeah.
But I arranged it. Listen, people might hate it. I'm not saying I'm even good at it. It's just that I like it. And so when he then moves everything around or puts clutter, I'm like, oh my God, that's my little wall I made.
Right.
Like, I turn into like a Demigorgon. It's just like terrible. Like a second head comes out of my mouth with teeth on it.
What
and bites people.
do you do with all the stuff that comes home from your kids' school? Because
Oh my
I
God.
do not have a
It's
system.
Like, that was
4
another thing
pictures
during
a
the
day.
pandemic.
Yeah.
No paper came in or out. That was the
Right.
only. I'm not
Right.
saying I liked COVID. I'm saying
Yeah.
I didn't. It was nice to have a break from so many things coming in.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like, Gloria is like bringing home 4 pictures a day.
And it'll be like for Owen, it'll be like a piece of paper with a tiny planet in the corner, because
Right.
he loves drawing.
Yes.
All he does is draw planets.
That's cool.
It's he's knows what he likes,
Yeah.
but it's like, am I saving this?
We got 25 of these.
so many more, but
I put them in a bag in the closet, and sometimes I'll be like, we should frame this one, and I'll mean it. But I never do I never accomplish anything for that. It took so long. We still haven't like moved in yet. We've been there for like 5 years. Like, there's boxes of shit around.
That's how we are. We've been here for 6 years.
Yeah, it's really. I can't bring myself to do it sometimes.
No, see, get me a month clear, and I'll come do it for you.
The strike was helpful with that.
So when we went to the same college, and every year when I would move in, I would spend time arranging my dorm room and arranging the posters. And like, that was a huge part of the moving in process, was getting my room exactly how I liked it. Did you do this too?
No, at that
didn't?
time I didn't care about that kind of stuff. It's only later in life that I've liked this stuff.
That's how it should be. Because unfortunately, I don't know, like, something ruined me along the way, where I used to really spend time. You know what it is? It's living with other people and having to compromise.
Yeah.
And having responsibilities. It's just life.
Right.
It's like, because when it was just me putting up my Soul Asylum poster or whatever, and my Blind Melon poster, and, finding places for my giant neon sunflowers.
When you had your dildo wall.
My dildo. Oh my God, my prized
You had,
possession.
what, 10 or 20 shelves just
Yeah.
jam-packed with different dildos.
Well, it was like a glass cabinet.
Yeah. I remember
was
it had
sort
an
of-
alarm on it. If anybody tried to go in there, it would
Exactly.
get so loud. It was
My
really
thing
loud.
is, whenever I travel, I always pick up a dildo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
A beautiful dildo from that
Souvenir.
region.
Exactly.
Yeah, like-
Yes. Exactly. And
Yeah,
so
right.
I would always, at the beginning of the year, I would get my room set up, get my dildo cabinet and my dildo wall, and then Wendy would come over and I would bring out the new ones.
Well, I remember, though, it was very funny when you'd been to France, and I had to be like, I'm sorry, Alison, that's a baguette. I remember that.
I was like,
because
not if you're
it was like
crafty.
you were young,
Yeah.
so you didn't know that was a big thing of bread. And you
Yeah.
were like, no, it's a dildo for sure.
I know, and
then
I
I took
felt-
a little bite, and you were like, okay, point taken.
Well, no, you were like, okay, point taken.
Yes, right. Yes, I did. I did.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
it's
right.
beautiful memories.
And now my dildos are all in storage.
Right. That's not fair.
it's not a family.
You need to give
friendly.
them to
Not really.
someone
Yeah.
who will enjoy
Needs
them.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, John always says, like, if we're not using it, give it to someone who could use it.
Right. Right, because
Yard sale.
my
I shouted.
trash, someone else's treasure.
Yeah.
But they're not trash to me though. They're just like, one day my friends I'll be back with you.
I'll use
I don't
every
even-
single
I
one.
haven't even picked up any dildos from my travels lately.
Yeah, like you don't have like a Trump dildo or anything. Like,
I can't tell if is there any truth to the dildos or not, because you guys went to college together.
do you think Alison had 10 to 20 shelves
Do I?
full of dildos in
It
a
could
large
be a fun
cabinet that had
quirk.
an alarm?
Maybe
Do I
not that many,
seem
but just
like someone who
she
has
had like
this?
4 dildos. She was like the
It'd be
dildo
exciting
girl.
if you were that guy.
I was the
You just had so many dildos in an alarmed, locked cabinet. I like that we convinced Nora
I
for a
know.
minute, though.
I
That
thought
was
maybe
nice.
it was like a level of dildo, and then
and
you
she
just
would
added-
bring
you
me
just
over and
flip-
show
made a
me her
flourish
new,
of, yeah.
like an
So
Alaskan.
you have 0 dildos?
The Alaskan dildo, I remember it was just a puddle of water because you'd gotten an ice,
Yes.
a frozen dildo.
Exactly.
Not knowing that it was real ice.
Right.
And so you showed me and it was just a little bit of water on the shelf.
Yeah,
So
it was
a hard
packed
day.
in salt. I should have realized.
Yeah.
but-
Ouch.
That it was a
Ouchies.
real.
Oh, wait,
yeah,
no.
ouchies.
Let's go around and say how many dildos we all have.
Jeff.
Pass.
I don't
yes.
even remember why we started talking about dildos. That's you can kind of that's
Oh,
known
I was
as
asking if you set up
that's a
dorm room.
dildo
House
fugue
stuff.
state, right?
Yeah.
That's a DFS.
But when you're in college, like I feel like the post, because I have like my old posters and like they were very important. Like
Yes.
who
Still have
you
them?
were. They're in my in my.
What are they?
Really,
What do
like
you have?
Billie
The-
Holiday and
The
Bob
two
Dylan
hands
and
drawing
stuff.
each other.
Yeah. It was like
Dasher.
very
And
much
the
an expression
soldier
of like
kissing the
I'm
nurse.
an interesting person. You know, like it was
Yeah.
all you had.
Oh, yeah.
And you
had
only
to
had
be
those
like-
4 walls.
Yeah.
I only had 3 because one of mine was all dildos.
Right,
But
right,
yeah,
right.
it was a smaller thing to decorate and to like, this is who I am.
Yeah. And then it became harder when like who you were became like an artistic taste you had. And, like it always makes me feel like such a kid. Like I know there is stuff I know I like it. I think it's like my problem is I want to be like that, like you, like have that like
You're the
specific,
first one who's ever said that to me. What a day for me.
but I don't have. But I'm too lazy and like I don't quite have. It's like clothing. I've never figured out how to dress.
Oh,
like
I
an
don't know.
adult.
Clothing,
Same.
I don't know from clothing.
Yeah.
But you guys look like adults to me. And you drink coffee with no Splenda. I mean, come on. But, like, it's just, like, I think it's in that zone where I'm just like, when am I going to, like, figure out how to, like,
But everyone
adult
else is
things.
also like this, you know.
sometimes. I mean, the thing is, when you have little kids and then you go to someone's house who it's not a giant pigsty, you're like,
Yes.
how do you do this? How do you do it?
Your
I
house
honestly
isn't a
don't know.
pigsty. I've
But
been
it's
to
like,
it.
you know, it's fine. But it's like, you're not like, you know, how elegant, you know? I don't know.
I don't
Which is
know.
fine.
Some of
I
your
don't want
rooms are
that.
pretty elegant. I've
How
been
many
there.
rooms do you
You're
have?
tricking everyone.
100.
You're tricking everyone.
What percentage
Pretty
of her
nice.
100
The house
rooms?
is nice. The house is like,
Yeah, it's
the
real
house
nice.
is, it's a cool house, but like, you know, like Leaky Lee lived there before, and I bet, I don't
Wait,
know.
who
I
is
don't know.
that? Oh, that's
She's like
a musician.
lady.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But she had like cool, like,
Get her back in.
style. Maybe we need to live
Get her
with
back
her.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have her
just
drop
tell her-
off some of her
Get
cool
her back on
Swedish
in.
stuff.
Yeah.
If that's
Is
what
she
she is.
Swedish?
Jeff, do you know? It's like Lykke.
I don't know who that is. John
Yeah.
had mentioned
She's
that.
yeah, she's Nordic, right?
Probably.
Some sort of Nordic.
She probably and this is a callback to a different episode, but she probably drinks lemon fish oil.
Right.
Carlson's lemon fish oil.
Yeah.
Just to go back to the college thing real fast. This is how not wall of dildo I am.
Yes.
There was a sex shop near college. Did you know this? I don't know where it was, but
I don't think
I'm going to throw a bunch of old names at you. Jeannie, Jessica, Owen, Andrew Booty, Elisa, I forget who else.
Andrew Booty?
Is that a great name?
Yeah. Maybe he wasn't part of it. I don't know. He's a doctor now. But they all went. They went on a big outing to this store. I was unable to go for some reason. And they came back and they were like, yeah, it's probably good that you didn't go. It would have been like a lot for you.
What?
That's how not dildo owning I was.
And that's when you started buying all the dildos?
That's just to make up for it.
Okay.
Yeah. I was
she was
like,
I'll show you.
Oh, that's
them.
right. Yeah. And
Yeah.
It was, then,
And it was all pieces of food, apparently.
But they
like,
thought you'd
baguettes,
be-
cucumbers.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I think
thought
they
you'd be
were.
shocked?
Just didn't
I
know
think
what
they
a
were a
dildo
little
looked
bit
like.
scarred by it. I
Oh.
think, if I remember, I think Jessica found like some of the anal toys intense looking or something like that.
Well,
I feel like I was very, like, growing up, like, with all the Catholic
Innocent.
shame. I think I was, like, I had a very scared view of, like, sex. Like, I would, like, in San Francisco, they had, like, sex stores, and I think I went in with Ed, my
remember
British
Ed.
boyfriend. Not that we were, like, shopping. I don't know what we were doing in there. I'm like a little...
if you were, it would be fine.
terrified, repressed person, but like I think in the shop I was like a little like a scared kid a little bit, and I know I shouldn't
can be a lot.
sex positive, but when I don't think I'd be like that now, but I think as a 20-something-year-old I was a little like people.
I mean, you don't have to want to go to a sex store either. You know what I mean? Isn't that what, like,
No.
I mean, sex positive is, like, whatever floats your personal boat. Like,
Yes.
if you want to go to a sex store, fine. If you're like, I actually don't care for it.
I
also
know
fine.
that makes me wonder why I was in there at all, but
Was
now
it British
I
Ed's
feel like
want?
he was.
Let's go in there and maybe
He
they
wasn't
have
like that
Maybe
either.
they have tea.
I've never.
That's probably what he was thinking. And they're always looking
Tea?
for tea. British
Yeah.
people,
Uh-huh.
very aggressive. They
Yeah.
will
Sex tea.
knock you down. Yeah, he was looking for sex tea.
He said,
Yeah.
"I'm horny for tea."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
okay, let's see if
I'm
there's something.
very horny. He was erect, probably. Just pushed the door open with his fully erect penis. It was such
Yeah.
a strong erection for
Put
that
the tea right here.
Yeah, he wanted to dip
I
it
do
in a
such
cup.
a terrible British accent for
British
having dated
British
someone
people
for
can
so long.
dip their dicks in teacups, no matter how
and they don't
hot.
feel how hot it is.
No, it's because
They started
that's
doing
how
it when they were
the-
little kids.
That's how they drink it up sometimes. They
They-
can drink it from
Oh, they drink
Both
from
parts.
their penises.
yeah, if they've been British long
British
enough.
people with penises drink from their penises.
Yeah,
That's
you
yes,
heard it
everybody
here.
knows that.
They don't tell you because they don't
They
want anyone to
don't
know
tell
their
you because
superpower,
it's yeah. It's, well, that's and that might be shame based too because it's a bit of a repressed culture, you know, not telling everyone.
but I don't know. I guess they're repressed, but sorry, I don't know how many British listeners you have. They're great. I love British people. Dating a British person really makes you love how humble British people are. And they don't think they're smarter than everyone else.
Oh, this is just one British person.
This is
though.
one British
He
person.
didn't necessarily. I have some British
I
friends
met
who
a lot
are
of
genuinely
lovely,
humble.
Lovely. It was
Oh,
a
you're
tough
being sarcastic.
example. Yeah,
I was.
It was a tough example of.
He was not. Yeah, I mean, he
Wait,
really.
what's
he
the
blew
deal
it.
with this Ed guy who has the big penis?
He blew it with
that
Nora.
that he drinks tea with.
He was the one I was dating when I first started working at Bob's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then one time, were you at the baseball game? No.
I don't think I was.
Is it a surprise?
No, there was
It
like
was
a
a surprise for my dad.
Yeah. We were at a Dodgers baseball game. This was like, I forget what group of friends we were with. But like, they were like, all the veterans here. This is sort of like a snapshot of Ed. And this old guy like stood up. And then like, soon after that, they were bouncing the beach balls around. And the old guy hit it. And it hit Ed in the head. And Ed was so quick to be ready to like slam this veteran in the
Wow.
face with a beach ball. So that's kind of like how
tightly
he
wound.
was. Tightly wound, kind of a child man.
Wait, is he the one that when you were having the argument about are you seeing someone else? And
No,
that's
that
not
was-
the point. Oh, I thought it was
No,
him, so
that
I was
was
ready to go
Thomas.
in on him.
That was Thomas who broke up with me at O'Charlie's when I was
Oh,
18 or something. But
oh no.
Ed said, "I've lived in LA. Now it's time for you to come to England." And this was after I got the Bob's job, and I was, so I have my dream job, but I should follow you to England because you're might find work there. Like, It was
Yeah,
crazy.
that's not.
What was
But-
Ed's vocation?
He's like an industrial designer, like trade shows and stuff. But he's very happy. Has a wife, maybe 1 kid or 2 kids. Definitely 1 kid, and he moved back to my neighborhood. Did I tell you that?
No.
I'm, like, on a hike
Or maybe
in
you
Griffith
told me,
Park.
but now I've forgotten.
He like walks by with his kid, and we had to to me, a contentious breakup because honestly, I think he owed me money because he like lived in my apartment without paying for a very long time. But it was like for some, and I like it's like you have a kid, and immediately I will forgive you for everything. I see
Right.
you with your kid.
That's why
and
you
you're
like
very
Trump.
sweet. That's why I like
'Cause he has
Trump, 'cause him
Barron.
and Barron are so cute.
Yeah.
But
He has Eric, Donald, Tiffany,
yeah, if he
Ivana,
you
the
cannot
hot,
have
the one
that
he
many
loves,
kids
the
and
one he's
not
having.
be
He's doing it with.
kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's like I felt like because I was like really mad at him, and like my friend still hung out with him because her husband was. This is too much about me and Ed, but anyway, like seeing him back in my neighborhood, but it was very like I'm okay with this. It's fine.
Yeah.
But then I told the story, so that's not very nice of me.
I think
Well-
it's fine. I'm just thinking of different people I dislike and imagining if they had a kid,
Right.
and I saw them with their kid,
Yeah.
if that would change how I feel. But I'm actually having trouble thinking of people that I intensely dislike, and that can't be true.
None of them have kids.
No, I'm just having. This is just. I'm
Oh,
just
you don't
old.
dislike
No,
anyone. That's great.
I'm sure there's tons of people I dislike. I'm just
Yeah.
having trouble. Oh, wait a minute. I can think of one. Okay, this guy from Time Out in New York, who I famously said, famous to me, I dislike him so much that if I saw him on the side of the road, I would keep driving, which for some reason that's like the measure. That's the measure of.
But I like that he's just on the side of the road.
Right.
Honestly, keeping driving is what you normally do.
Yeah.
Like if you
Also-
saw me on the side of the road,
Well, I'd be like,
and
hey,
you
it's
just
Wendy.
keep driving.
I got to
think
see what's
the
happening.
metaphor is usually that they're injured on the side of the road.
Yes, I left that part
You
out.
left
That's
it out.
right.
You just, I'll just keep driving. That'll show him.
in my
You
mind.
do that to
Stop
hundreds
in
of people a
traffic.
day,
In
every
my-
single day.
It's in my mind. It's the freeway. He's on the shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And he's clearly like
He needs help.
He needs help. He's not injured, but if I saw him with his kid, I would still hate that motherfucker. So
If I saw him
yeah.
at the grocery store, I'd leave him alone.
right.
You're the mildest
If I
reaction.
saw him at the dentist with all that stuff in my mouth, I'd just continue to have my teeth worked on and not say anything to him.
is he the dentist? Because I would never go to him.
Right. Well, our dentist. Do you have a Nick Ban?
No,
got
I
that
go
from
to Dr.
Lizzie.
Yap.
Oh, right.
Daniel
Yeah.
goes to her now too.
Oh, he does? Good.
Loves
I'm
her.
slowly
He
recruiting
loves
for
her.
Yap. Good.
Yes.
I always want everyone to go to Dr. Yap so she'll never go out of business.
Yeah,
And never
I know because she
retire.
dropped her Burbank office.
Well, that was because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
She had just opened a second location and then the pandemic hit. You can't support 2 locations when no one's going to the dentist.
That's right.
That was the thing people were not doing that year.
Right.
So,
But I bet
know
the strike
didn't.
like brought some business back. A lot of people going around dentist during the strike.
Maybe. But a lot of people lost their insurance.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's. Okay, guys. I know that I told you we'd be done by a certain time, which is in 1 minute. So let's do just me or everyone.
Sometimes I ponder on something I have thought or done. Is it just me or everyone?
Skadoop-doop.
It's time for just me or everyone.
All right, Wendy, do you have one?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
I mean, I just realized, I was like, what do I do that's, but I don't know if everybody does it. I'm still, as a child, the middle part of my life, and now just obsessed with death and whether or not I'm going to die every day.
Oh,
Is
that's
that
not
everyone?
just you. That is not just you.
But is that like like every day? Do I have to think about it every day?
Every day?
Every day.
Do you think I'm going to die someday, or every day you think I might die today?
No, it's like just pervasive. Like everything I do, I'm just like, oh no, will I die from this? At all times. Like, what
I
is
see.
wrong? This is wrong, right? I should talk to my therapist.
I
I don't think
mean,
it's wrong, but
I don't
No,
think
it's not everyone.
it
I don't
doesn't
think
sound
it's
like a
everyone.
fun feeling.
No, it's not everyone, right?
I don't think it's, but I think other people have different anxieties that
Right.
they perseverate on. I
Right.
think, like for me, if I'm going to be worried about a death-related thing, it's death of a loved one. It's like I'm worried I'm going to be left,
Right.
or something's going to happen to someone I love. It's less so about my own health.
It's not even my health.
It's just,
Just like what's
Perishing.
going to happen.
yeah.
After you die.
Because it could happen at any time.
I know. I hate that.
What's going to happen during you dying or after you
After,
die?
during. Why do I have what's going on with me?
Well, it's
It
just,
is.
yeah.
It's crazy that all of us are. It's going to happen to all of us one
mean,
day.
No, Nora's
me too.
going to live forever.
Okay, well, it's crazy
Well,
that it's going to happen to
Jesus
most of us.
Yeah.
One day, and that knowledge. It's like this really terrible or liberating, depending on how you think of it. But like this, to me, like this really terrible thing is just waiting for all of us.
Yeah.
Right.
I still don't love that.
Yeah. And maybe it won't turn out
It's
to be
kinda-
that. Maybe you get to
right.
be a baby again.
It's actually crazy that we aren't all thinking about it all the time.
That's what
really.
I mean.
Yeah.
We're all just like trying not
In
to
denial.
think about
You
it.
have to
but
be.
maybe whatever was supposed to go in my brain to shield me from thinking about it constantly from the time that I found out never went in place.
Do you remember when you found out?
Nope.
Okay. So for as
So
long
I
as you know.
don't remember ever not spending a large portion of every day. That's not fun. I'd still have a lot of fun.
not
I
fun.
love to be alive. That's the problem.
Yeah, you love
I
it
love
too much.
to be alive.
You love it too much.
Yeah.
What is
I really brought the room down with my JMO.
Everyone, people are going to relate. What's like the or the emotion of when you think about it? Is it nervous or is it musing? Is it
I'm nervous, but then again, I've thought about it so much that it's almost nothing. It's almost no reaction. It's like just a thought at every moment.
just like here we are doing this again?
yeah.
That's why I wonder if it's like you're scared of what happens after, or you're scared of just leaving, like being
Like
in the process of
both?
leaving the earth.
Yeah, both. I don't know. It's just a general preoccupation. And then
Yeah.
when I was trying to think of some today, I was like, I bet that's not something everyone has. And why haven't I ever thought about that?
Right.
Why haven't I ever dealt with that?
When I was little, I remember being terrified of heaven because I was
Well,
like,
yeah,
it's
'cause
just
it's so-
forever.
That big white space up there.
But it's like, it like really
Yeah,
scared me, like
eternity, the
forever,
notion
like
of
ever,
eternity.
like
yes,
you don't
Yeah.
it
move
like gives me
on.
the bends thinking about
Yeah,
it.
it's like
Yeah.
a boredom thing. I'm like, I'm gonna get bored. Like it's like forever. Like it really freaked me out as a
Well,
kid.
I think our
depends
brains
on the
can't.
heaven benefits, you know?
This is true.
yeah,
Free Splenda.
free Splenda forever, and we don't judge ourselves for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Alison Rosen is your new best friend is supported by Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Tropical Smoothie Cafe believes you deserve a little vacay every day, not just once a year. Get on Tropic Time with bright and refreshing smoothies, tropic bowls, wraps, and flatbreads from Tropical Smoothie Cafe. They're all so yummy, so delicious. Summer mocktail smoothies are back. They're more refreshing than ever, but they're only here for a limited time. Head in and try fan favorites Island Punch, Mango Berry Cosmo, or Watermelon Mojito. And I like all of them, but the Island Punch smoothie, I believe, has my heart the most. It has guava in it. It's peach, guava, passion fruit, mango, and pineapple. The Mango Berry Cosmo has mango, strawberries, cranberry, and lime. The Watermelon Mojito has watermelon, mint, strawberries, and lime. Very refreshing. The Tropic Bowls are delicious. And it's all, you can't go wrong. Visit one of Tropical Smoothie Cafe's 1,400 plus locations or order online or through their app. Yeah, I think that the brain, my brain at least, can't really comprehend infinity. Like,
No.
I imagine, from the time I was little, I would imagine the notion of living forever, and it's always like, there's an end point. And then I go like, no, but it wouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
Infinite time, I feel like I can get behind, but like infinite space, like if you try to think about space going on forever, not a good time. Not a good time to think about
No,
that.
there's nothing.
Jeff knows when Jeff's nodding.
Jeff's
It's weird. Yeah, you
freaking
think
out.
like, oh, well, it's
But
this
it would have
big.
to
You-
end,
you
and
go
then you're
that
like,
far.
wait,
Nope,
then
keeps
what's
going.
beyond that?
Yeah, what's
It
after
It
that?
literally can't end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then there has to be something outside of it. And
Is
then
that-
you're into like, well, what is happening here?
Is that what they think, that there is infinite space?
How could there not be?
But
There's
I think
a big wall.
somebody
There's a
says
big
there
wall.
What's
is
I guess-
outside of the... How could it end?
But
There's-
that's
I
the
guess
freaky
you're
thing
right.
too, is that some people say there is a
holes?
finite space to our universe, and then you go, well, what's outside of that?
Well, what's outside of that?
yeah.
Right.
And then you're
Doesn't
back,
work.
you're back in it.
You're back in it.
Yep.
You're
It's
in the
like a
loop.
ball of universe, and it's
Yeah.
just spherical.
Yeah, it's a big bubble.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know, guys.
I don't think about
But that
very
that
often,
doesn't
but
freak
now
me
I
out
will.
for some reason as much
Yeah. Well.
As what?
as
Living forever?
The whole
The boredom
death
of
thing.
heaven?
Oh yeah, that freaks. And also like dying could
I
just
like
be
that you
like
worried
before.
you'd get bored.
It
Yeah.
wouldn't be heaven if you got bored. I mean, that's the thing, is that
Right.
whoever's planning the activities in heaven, it's like nonstop summer camp, I think. You've got archery.
Just more activities all the time.
Presumably,
Or,
whatever
like
delights
you.
you.
Can, Yeah, go do something. I don't. Yeah.
You know
The
what?
defending your life version seems fun.
But depending on your life, I love that.
I think I
version.
just want to be around Albert Brooks.
I think the thing that's
That's
is the
a good
bummer
version.
is that we won't be able to see our kids as like old. ladies.
Yes.
Like, we don't
that
get to
is
be alive
very
as long as...
anxiety
I mean,
producing.
in the perfect world, like, our kids live to their
Yeah.
90s, and we don't get to see them,
I
like, their
know.
whole life.
I
Yes.
worry, since I had my kids late, I worry, like, I won't even get to meet my grandkids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta work
I
on
gotta
that.
hurry them up. Like,
yes, I
get-
know. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
Getting
encourage them,
pregnant at
encourage
18
them
is
to
great.
make mistakes in high
Yes.
school.
Yeah.
You
Sex
know?
is, no consequences.
I mean,
Yeah,
by that
just
time,
have a good time out there, guys.
who knows?
What
By,
do you
Why
say?
by
come
then,
so
it
early, hon? Get back out there.
Yeah.
it might be impossible to have safe sex at that point anyway.
Right.
I mean, if it's a political statement.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Who
They're gonna
knows?
take away the birth control.
Yeah, anything could happen.
Yeah.
Okay. I think there's a word for this intense preoccupation with death, and I think it's like Thana.
Fun lady.
Yes.
It's fun lady.
It's life of the party.
Yeah.
Thana.
Yeah, like,
something.
it's like Thanos, right?
What is it called, Jeff?
Thanatology. No, thanatology
Thanatology
is like
is the study of death.
it.
Yeah, it's like Thanaphilia.
Obsession.
Thanaphilia or something.
Thanaphilia.
It does seem like what
Xenophobia.
all the great poets
Yes,
and
pythanophobia.
like all the like, not to just keep calling you smart, but all the great
she
like
is.
Maybe I
poets
should
and
become a
artists
great
are obsessed
poet.
with death, right? Like
Yeah.
that seems to be what
Yeah.
All
most
of them.
writing.
Some of
is
them are
about.
Wendy
obsessed
Edgar
with their
Poe.
own dicks.
Their own dicks dying.
Yeah, like who's Portnoy's complaint? That guy. He's like he's obsessed with sex and all that.
He was crazy about sex.
Yeah, crazy for it.
We could study. Remember when we took classes together?
Yeah.
We could study
were the
you.
days.
That's right, in modern poetry.
Oh yeah, we wrote modern. Oh yeah, that was fun. That was a fun
Yeah.
class. We took a lot of classes together.
We did.
We did. We had a good
Emily
time.
Dickinson and
Walt Whitman.
that's right.
Yeah.
Nora, what is yours?
It's just as profound. I'm only saying this, but I'm so bad at thinking of like, I have such a bad memory of my life or like anything in my brain, so that's not good. But this is gonna sound really, and also you
can't wait for this.
were there. You were there for this too.
Oh, I was.
I think this is when you
Yeah.
were in the bathroom, and I was like, did I talk to you about how like, because I have a giant bladder, I've been
She
told
does.
by
I've listened to her
nurses.
pee.
Really?
Yes. So I will go. I'll be able
feather
to
in your
hold it
cap.
forever. And I'll go in and I'll be peeing so long that I'll get embarrassed and I'll stop, even though I still have to pee.
She pees so long, and it's like we're pee opposites, like the opposite of
I'm-
pee twins.
yeah.
I pee like probably literally 35 times a day. Like I literally cannot.
I do too. I
I'm
need to
so
count.
anxious that I go pee all the time,
Yeah.
and
I do it
also
just for
have
something
sort
to
of
do.
like
I
attention
hate going to do it.
situations.
I get
can't
so
sit-
mad when I have to do
See,
it.
I can't sit still. That was my biggest challenge during COVID, is to work on Zoom. We actually had to do some closeout on Zoom today,
Yeah.
and I was like, I fucking hate this. Like when I had to log on, I was like, I can't sit in this chair. I can't
Yeah.
sit still. Like even this length here that we've been sitting here for almost 2 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta get up. I gotta pee.
Yeah.
So peeing, I think, has become my brain's way of like, you get to go move around and
It's like
and-
having a cigarette for you.
Yes, it is. It's much like that. So Nora and I were both in the bathroom the other day, and I was probably
Maybe
in there
Lizzie,
for the
too.
16th time. Lizzie was there too, my sister that I write Great Northern
We all
Bombs
text
with.
each other like, going to pee? Yeah, come on.
And then Nora walked in and she said, I'm going to pee for a really long time. And she peed so long that it almost made me feel panicky, as if everything in her body must be leaving her body to go into the toilet.
It's all
But
coming
I
out.
loved it. It was like I was done, and then I like sat there sort of
You
fascinated
already
and
needed to go again.
dumbfounded. And this is how we have worked together for 14 years, and this is how well she holds it. I
Yeah.
don't remember another time, and I'm in that bathroom constantly, that she has been in there peeing at the same time. Like,
There's
science
like times
should
when it's
study
once
her.
a day during the 8 hour. Like I'll hold it.
That
for
is so
long.
insane to me,
It's,
because I'll
I
go
think
twice
it's
in an
perfectly
hour.
healthy, too.
It's probably fine.
No,
actually.
it's not. It's definitely not good. And like the fact that I will stop because I'm embarrassed about peeing so long.
She
I'm
has
like,
amazing
proud.
control.
I wish
Yeah.
I had that, because like an airplane ride is a nightmare
Oh,
for me, because
yeah,
the
no.
bathroom is, we just went to Kansas City, and the bathrooms on Delta in the back of the plane, when I sat down, my knees were touching the door, and I was like, it's so small and so
yeah.
like bad now, and I was like, and I have to get up like 3 times.
Yeah.
And you're so lucky.
So,
The
do
Lord
you
has blessed you.
ever pee in the middle of the night?
Yeah, but it's usually it's usually in the morning though.
Do you pee in the middle of the night?
That's
Wendy?
not the middle of the night. Like she said, do you pee in the middle of the night? And you said,
Like
yeah,
the,
it's usually
the morning part
though.
of the night when,
Well,
when
that's
it's
just-
bright out. That part.
Yeah,
the night.
after the whole night of sleeping, around 9 a.m. That's what she means.
But when I was pregnant, I was peeing, the normal peeing all
all the time, like 3 times a day.
Sitting on so much back then.
Do you pee a lot in the night? Because it
It's
something wakes
not
me
that
up.
I
I'm gonna
even
pee.
have to go.
No, I know it's habit.
It's that I go when I brush my teeth, and then I lay down, and we start to watch something, and I'm like, God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
I know I have to get up. Like, I don't really have to pee. I think it's actually a product of my mind.
Yes. I think
so I get up and I pee like 1 ounce and I go back to bed. And then I literally turn off the TV so fast and tell Jeff, like, good night. And then I turn over before the feeling that I have to pee comes upon me again. Mm-hmm. It is a constant struggle.
John has that a little bit where it's like, especially when he knows peeing will be difficult. Like, if he's in a movie theater he's like, I have to pee right away. Yeah. How does anyone get to
I have
a
to
movie
go
these
into
days?
the movie theater and then I pee when we're walking to the theater. But if there's like 5 minutes of previews, I literally go like,
I wonder.
And then I get up again because the movie didn't start fast enough.
Do they have an app where you can be like going to pee and then while you're peeing it like fills you in on like what's going on?
Oh, they should.
I don't know. I don't pee during the movie usually if it's involving. I'm like, oh, I can ignore this.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's all mental. It's not even, I don't even have to pee.
Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, if I go pee, this is not in the morning, in the night times when it's dark. And I'll be like, if I go pee, I'll go, like, I won't be able to fall back asleep because sometimes I have a really hard time falling back asleep. Mm-hmm. So I'll, like, convince myself I don't have to pee.
Yeah. Well, you probably don't because I've heard it.
Because you have a gigantic bladder.
I wish you'd all been there. It was
I
like,
would
have you ever
time
been
it.
to the Grand Canyon?
No.
Well,
like,
when you get to the Grand Canyon and you're just like, oh my God, this is as majestic as they say. When I finally heard Nora pee for a long time, it was everything she promised and more.
Right.
I
But
wish
also
I
you were
worked
scared.
there.
It really
you were
delivered.
scared for me.
I was scared, but that's when,
But
when
in
you
awe.
see the Grand Canyon, you're kind of worried you'll
like
jump
the face
in.
of God.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you're kind of worried, like, oh, it's so big. What if it sort of swallows me whole? Like, that's
You
the
start
feeling of
hearing
listening
like
to you
plops,
pee.
and I'm like, I'm not pooping. That's just my pee
That's
is
your
plopping
pee is
in there.
plopping. There was so
Organs
much
are
in
coming
there
out. Yeah.
that your stomach came out. And
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Anyway, that's like the same as thinking about death a lot, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
It's
Both
all
hard.
related.
Both hard.
I am in awe. I wish I could hear it.
Yeah. I wish she would
I'll
let you
do
listen
it
to
live.
her pee. I bet there would be a good
Oh my God.
OnlyFans for you. I bet there
Yes.
is someone out there who
Oh,
likes to watch
yeah.
women pee a long time.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
bet
I
that's
could
out there.
make so
There's
much
OnlyFans
money.
for everything, I feel like. Probably. I don't know.
So much money doing what I love.
Yeah. Holding in your
Holding
pee.
it for
Well,
a
but
whole
it'd
day.
probably be really popular too because you know it's only up once or twice a day.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
people are just
Scarcity.
like, when is it? The
Yeah.
scarcity. Yeah.
This
Humanity.
has been extremely delightful. I've loved every minute of it. I actually feel like I need to pee just talking about it. Just put the idea in my head. And I want to tell everyone that I have a Substack, AlisonRosen.substack.com. Go check that out. My Patreon. Follow me on social media. All that. Wendy, where might we find you?
Well, I have one public-facing Instagram that is at Great North Wendy, and that's because my sister and I are two of the co-creators on a show called The Great North, which is on Hulu. It also shows on Fox on Sundays during the regular TV season. I'm also for the not the Great. I already said that for Bob's Burgers with Nora Smith, and now I'm passing
the
it
Big
on
Bladder.
over. Yeah, of the Big Bladder.
Yeah.
Bob's Burgers, Big Bladder. A lot of
Bob's
B's.
bladder.
Bob's Bladder.
Big's bladders. Yeah.
Bob's big bladders.
And Nora, what about you?
Bob's Burgers. I have nothing else. I often think that if I was like trying to make it in the biz right now, I'd have nothing. I have nothing. I wouldn't be able to. So nothing. That's it. My husband's Instagram.
You
Of
have
our
your
children.
husband's Instagram of your children.
Yeah. I got nothing.
And what is his Instagram?
I have no idea.
Okay, great.
I don't know. I don't have Instagram. I don't know how to get on it.
Oh, that's right. When it came time for you guys to repost about the episode with you and your dad.
So sorry.
You-
We got
it's fine.
nothing. We got both of us.
She was like, neither of us know how to use Instagram. It's like, that's totally okay.
Is it John is tall and stinky? Something like that?
Something
Probably.
like that.
Something like that.
Tall and stinky, I
Tall and
think.
stinky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff, what about you?
Well, exciting news. My a cappella punk band, the Golden Shouters. We've got a new baritone singer who is John Schrader, Nora's husband. He's filling in. He's doing a great job. And we have a new album coming out that is actually produced by Wendy's husband, Jeff Drake.
Mm-hmm.
The album's called Sweethearts Who Eat Farts. It's on Bandcamp now.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So go there and look
got to go
for
get my
it.
copy.
Yeah.
Everyone, thank you for joining the show. Listeners, thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Alison Rosen show?